Hey folks, it's Keith Beardsley back with another edition of the A Tory 01 blog. And what I'm going to do today is call this one They All Stay Too Long. And I think you'll get the gist of it as I go through. So, right now, if you look at the polling numbers, the Liberals are in the tank, Trudeau's tanking as well, and the rumors have started, right? You get these little media stories. Maybe it's time for him to go. We can't win with this man, and so on. Now, keep in mind, a lot of those stories are coming from, well, people who want his job, right? Them and their supporters. They're whispering to reporters. They're passing notes. They're, you know, undermining in caucus, this type of thing. This goes on all the time, and not just in the Liberal Party. Every party goes through that. But they do stay too long, and that's the key to all of this. Now, why? Ego. Nothing more than that. Ego. They all think they're the best. When you get to be the prime minister or a leader of a party, you're pretty much the best in that party. That's why you have the job. And over time, that goes to your head, and you begin to think that you're invincible, that only you can beat the other side, only you can win the next election for your team, and so on. And this is very common. If you look, well, right now we've got obviously Trudeau's in that mode. Stephen Harper should have gone before he did, probably maybe 2012, 2013, 2014, somewhere in there. Brian Mulroney should have gone before 1993. Uh, if we on the Green side, Elizabeth May should never have come back. What did she do for the party other than convince all Canadian voters that they only have one issue: climate, environment, nothing else? They don't stand for anything else. If you ask Canadians what that party is all about, they don't know anything else. So, is it to the Greens' advantage for her to come back? No. Sometimes, as a leader, you just have to step away. If you remember, Chrétien didn't want Paul Martin to take over, so he stayed around and called another election. And don't be surprised if Justin Trudeau doesn't do the exact same thing, because that's his way of making sure he can stay and uniting the party, because to win, you have to be united. It's a cycle that all of our parties go through time after time after time, and not only in our country, but other countries as well. It's usually ego. It's that belief that only they can do it, only they can beat whoever the opponent is that's challenging them. So in this case, I'm sure Trudeau was absolutely convinced he's the only one who can beat Pierre. Will he? We'll have to see. But this is what happens repeatedly in Canadian politics and in other politics. Ego takes over. You have all those staff members who work for that leader who, oh, they support everything he says about staying on. After all, their jobs depend on him staying on or her staying on, right? So let's not kid ourselves when we get into this. So we'll see what happens with Justin. I think he'd probably call an election before he goes because his ego is that big. I don't expect Trudeau to take a walk in the snow like his father. If anything, he'll be surfing and come to that conclusion that it's better to surf than lead the country, or at least pretend to lead the country. So we'll see. Don't count this guy out. His ego's bigger than any other politician I've seen for a long, long time. Keith Beardsley, A Tory 01, wishing you a great day.